Hi everybody and welcome to an all new vlog. So today is my first ever day in the US and I just had a beautiful flight to come all the way till over here yesterday. और अभी मैं न्यूयॉर्क में हूँ. मैंने न्यूयॉर्क में कल इसलिए होटल लेना प्रेफर किया because I have to go 3 hours away to North Haven in Connecticut. And I'm here in the US because my best friend is getting married. And because I've already been to the US a couple times before, I have a lot of advice for you guys, especially if you think of coming down here. And before we begin today's video, today's sponsor is Policybazaar and मैं कोई insurance agent तो हूँ नहीं. I'm just your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. But today I will tell you the story of an incident that will absolutely convince you कि आपको travel insurance के बिना कभी travel नहीं करना चाहिए, especially if you're traveling to a country like the US. Okay, मैंने बहुत जल्दी में आके ना पहले तो चेकआउट कर लिया क्योंकि 11 बजे चेकआउट टाइम था और यहाँ पे लेट फी लग जाती है अगर आप टाइम से ना करो तो. सेकेंडली यहाँ पे हर चीज़ कंपेयर करने लग जाओ तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा महंगी है. जैसे ये होटल रूम ये $100 पर नाइट पे था, लेकिन जब मैंने कैब ड्राइवर को कल रात को बताया कि मुझे इतने रेंटल पे मिल गया ये, तो वो लिटरली शॉक्ड था कि इतने कम में कैसे मिल गया, जबकि मेरे लिए तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव है. और अभी क्या है ना, मुझे कनेटिकट जाना है. मैंने वहाँ के लिए ऊबर का कॉस्ट देखा तो वो अराउंड आई थिंक $450 हो जाएगा अगर मैं ऊबर लेती हूँ तो. बट मैंने सोचा कि क्यों ना थोड़ी सी बचत की जाए और मैं अगर ट्रेन लूँ तो मुझे पड़ेगा $30. तो इसलिए मैं सोच रही हूँ कि यहाँ से ट्रेन लूँ, लेकिन मेरे पास 3 बैग्स हैं और उनमें से जो एक बैग है काफ़ी बड़ा सा बैग है, तो मैं सोच रही हूँ कि इस बैग को मैं अपने शोल्डर्स में पहन लूँ क्योंकि इसमें ड्रैग करने के साथ साथ एक शोल्डर पैड भी है. सो लेट्स गो. आई थिंक आई एम जस्ट गोना क्विकली बुक एन ऊबर टू गो टू ग्रैंड सेंट्रल. लेट्स गो. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So anyway, at this point, let me start the story of something very important. देखो, travel करना बहुत glamorous लगता है from the outside, but on some level, it is also very risky. Like anything can happen at any point of time. And you know what? My cab driver actually told me while picking me up that the area that I was living in was not such a good area, especially for solo, female, independent travelers like myself. Oops. So what are the things that can actually go wrong? I feel like you can get pickpocketed at any point of time, lose your phone, passport, misplace a bag, or something even more serious like accidents or injuries, burglaries, armed robberies, shootings. And you know what? While traveling, you have to take all of these things into account. Okay, we reached?
Yep.
Alright, so I am inside Grand Central. यहाँ से एंट्रेंस थी बेसिकली फ्रॉम द रोड एंड आई केम इन जल्दी बिकॉज बाहर बारिश हो रही है और मेरे को दो बैग्स ड्रैग करने हैं जो पता नहीं, मुझे अभी भी नहीं पता मैं कैसे करने वाली हूँ. ग्रैंड सेंट्रल का मेन एंट्रेंस से मुझे मेन हॉल में जाना है एंड द मेन हॉल इज़ कॉल्ड वैंडरबिल्ट हॉल एंड यहाँ पे उसकी थोड़ी सी हिस्ट्री भी है which I am really intrigued by. And do you know what's the good thing about history? I feel like it's a collection of stories from your past from which you can always take away something or learn something. So this was in the year 2012 और मैं अपनी फैमिली के साथ US आई थी एंड मैं अपनी और बड़ी फैमिली के साथ, मेरे दोनों मौसा मासी के साथ एंड उनके कुछ फैमिली फ्रेंड्स के साथ अरूबा गई. एंड दिस वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम आई वाज एवर विजिटिंग अ कैरेबियन आइलैंड. सो नीडलेस टू से मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड थी एंड आई वाज 18 एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम एंड आई हैड जस्ट गॉन इनटू कॉलेज. एंड इस ट्रिप में मेरे कजन्स भी थे, सो वी वर हैविंग अ बॉल ऑफ अ टाइम. एंड ऑन वन ऑफ द डेज द पेरेंट्स डिसाइडेड टू सरप्राइज ऑल ऑफ द किड्स विद जेट स्कीइंग. सो ऑब्वियसली वाटर एक्टिविटीज किसको पसंद नहीं आती एंड इन अरूबा यू कुड एक्चुअली नॉट ओनली जस्ट सिट ऑन अ टैंडम जेट स्की बट आप खुद से ड्राइव भी कर सकते थे. So I was on a jet ski all by myself. My cousin was also there for some time behind me and in between my cousin decided to switch with me and my cousin was very young. So when he was driving he accelerated and took a very sharp turn. And as soon as he took a sharp turn, हम दोनों पानी में गिर गए. We were wearing life jackets, so nothing happened. However, थोड़ी सी struggle करनी पड़ी वापस से jet ski पे चढ़ने के लिए. But what ended up happening was that I used to wear contacts at that point of time, क्योंकि तब मैंने अपनी LASIK surgery नहीं कराई थी. And my contacts fell into the water and that was the only pair of contacts that I was carrying on that vacation. How dumb. So that same evening, we were all back into the hotel and we were playing a game in the swimming pool. And that game was sort of invented by all of us kids and cousins because we filled up like this empty bottle of Coca-Cola with swimming pool water and we were tossing it around and catching it. Now because of the weight of the water inside the bottle became really heavy. Ideally, we should have been playing with a frisbee or with a volleyball or a water appropriate ball. And then of course, when you invent games like these, something has to go wrong, and I was unfortunately the receiver of the wrong on that particular day, because bottle ko toss around karte karte the bottle came and it hit my glasses, because that day I lost my contacts and I was wearing my chashma inside the swimming pool. And जैसे ही वो आके मेरी आँख पे लगी, बहुत जोर से shooting pain हुआ and I screamed. I found a way that I can drag my bags more easily and also vlog. So we've got a 1:34 PM departure train. बस मुझे अभी ये figure out करना है कि मुझे टिकट कहाँ से मिलेगी. Excuse me. As soon as I screamed, everybody scurried and came to my rescue, took me out of the swimming pool. My glass entirely shattered on my eye. And because of that, it turned into a very serious injury and I had to be rushed to the ER in Aruba. I don't even know, thinking back, कि वहाँ की medical health facilities कैसी थी. From what I remember, they were pretty good, but it's still scary to think that something like that can happen to you on a vacation. So at the ER, we waited it out for some time, and then the doctor saw what had happened to my eye and said that I would need stitches because there was a cut on top of my eye on the eyelid. Fortunately, the eye was okay. So for the rest of this trip, I ended up with an eye patch, and that looked kind of cool. Also made me look like a pirate, but also ruined all of my pictures. So that wasn't a very fun experience. Also, the injury itself was really painful. And more than anything, I think what hurt the most was that the cost of getting those stitches done in Aruba was $300, and my father had to pay out of pocket for that particular injury, क्योंकि तब तो मैं कमाती भी नहीं थी, तो obviously my father was sponsoring the entire trip. And not only did my family have to incur the cost of that injury, but also when we came back to the US, my father had to also rush me to the hospital to get the stitches removed, because we couldn't have removed those stitches ourselves. They weren't the dissolvable kind of stitches. And उसको remove करने का भी charge ज़बरदस्ती का ऐसा $100 था. So this entire cost was 30,000 rupees just because I met with an accident while traveling. We are here. Next station is New Haven and this is where we have to get off. तो अभी बस मुझे अपना सारा सामान इकट्ठा करना फिर से शुरू करना पड़ेगा. This is such a comfortable journey because I completely forgot that I have 3 bags to carry. Let's go. So I had to take an elevator from the platform all the way to the ground floor, and I just wanted to show you the stations over here look really nice. And more than anything, trains help you save money. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you too. And जहाँ तक पैसे की बात आती है, let me tell you that $400 expense that we had to incur back in 2012 because of that accidental medical situation was a huge amount honestly for my family. So मुझे तो काफ़ी बुरा लग रहा था उस point of time में कि because of me इतना बड़ा we had to incur such a big expense. But one good thing came out of that entire situation. जब हम लोग वापस इंडिया आए, my father had saved all of the medical bills and we had also bought travel insurance before leaving on this US trip. So what that basically meant was that we could raise a claim for getting all of that money back. It took some time for us to get the money back, but we did after approximately 1 or 2 months. Which I think was a great thing, and that is why I'm one of the biggest advocates of travel insurance. And when it comes to buying travel insurance, this is my most favorite part before any of my trips because I get to pick and choose from so many options. And for all of my insurance needs, I genuinely trust Policybazaar because I think they give a very good comparison which is very holistic. एंड उससे आपको समझ में आ जाता है कि आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है. सबसे पहली बात तो कंपेयर कर सकते हो आपकी इंडिया में जितने भी टॉप इंश्योरर्स हैं उनमें से जो बेस्ट प्लान है आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट्स के हिसाब से वो कौन सा है. लाइक देयर आर मोर देन 25 प्लस प्लान्स एंड 8 प्लस टॉप इंश्योरर्स अक्रॉस द ग्लोब which provide really good insurance options at very affordable prices. And then of course there are a lot of different plans that you can pick and choose from. For example, whether it's a single trip, whether you're a student or a frequent flyer or what is the purpose of your trip. And the best part is that on Policybazaar you can instantly get insurance. It's a matter of seconds. आपको बस अपना plan select करना है, coverage select करनी है, how many days, सारे meters जितने भी आप भर लेंगे, उसके बाद you will get your insurance within seconds. And the sheer convenience of it is what I love the most. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the most important part. Now अगर आपने insurance खरीद ली और वो आपके लिए suitable भी है, but जब आपको उसका actual benefit चाहिए, जैसे कि baggage loss या फिर medical emergency कोई भी claim करनी है, Policybazaar also helps you with claim settlement, and I think that's very useful. So I've reached North Haven, and North Haven is where Aditi's to-be husband's family is based. They live just down the block from this Airbnb that Aditi has booked for me. I am staying in this Airbnb with Aditi's family, so her mother, father and brother are also here. I've obviously known Aditi's family for a very, very long time because hum log, I think 13-14 years ke the jab se we are friends, and now I'm getting to see her get married. Can you see the birds? They're all eating at the bird feeder. Kitna acha view hai yaar. And there are so many different varieties of birds which come here. This home feels like it has a lot of history behind it. अभी कैमरा टूट जाता तो मुझे अपनी इंश्योरेंस यूज़ करनी पड़ती फॉर एक्सीडेंटल इक्विपमेंट डैमेज. Hi auntie.
Hi.
How are you liking the place?
I think it's lovely.
है ना? Such interesting artifacts. Everything is so fascinating inside this house. And honestly, let me reiterate this once again. Travel looks really fancy on the outside. जैसे कि मैं आपको अपना Airbnb दिखा रही हूँ, घुमा रही हूँ. I'm showing you adventure sports in most of my videos. But I can't stress on this enough that I'd never go anywhere without travel insurance. जैसे कि अगर आप यूरोप जा रहे हैं, वहाँ पे travel insurance दिखानी for your visa application is mandatory. So most people just buy it for the heck of it. But किसी को भी उसके फायदे नहीं पता होता. And बहुत सारे फायदे होते हैं, मैं क्या बताऊँ. जैसे कि for example, if you have to do a doctor's consultation, inpatient treatment, dental emergencies, आपका दांत दर्द कर रहा है बीच में ट्रिप के, any kind of evacuation you need, if you unfortunately meet with an accident or pass away, even the repatriation of mortal remains. ये तो हो गया सिर्फ medical expenses से related, but then also trip related, like your hotels get cancelled, flights get delayed, you miss your connecting flight. Anything that happens trip related, even if your hotel gets cancelled for some reason, you can make claims for all of these related issues as well. And अगर baggage loss हो गया, जैसे कल मैं JFK airport पे थी and when I was picking up my luggage, मुझे तो बहुत डर लग रहा था कि आजकल बहुत सारी news आ रही है that लोगों के luggage बहुत खो रहे हैं. So if any of those things would have happened, I could have made a claim for that as well कि देखो मेरा तो luggage खो गया है, I need money. And especially because I also carry a lot of expensive equipment like my camera, laptop, all of these things. So I always make sure that the insurance that I pick, उसका amount, especially baggage loss का अच्छा खासा है, so that if I lose any of my important equipment, at least एक benefit मिले कि मुझे उसके पैसे वापस मिल जाएं. And then there are other expenses also which are covered, like legal expenses. If you get jailed, you need bail, lawyer, anything. I'm so happy that I still have time over the evening, which is why I've walked down to George and Jones' house, which is Aditi's in-laws' house. यहाँ पे इनके पास बहुत अच्छा सा pool है. So I'm very excited about taking a dip. It's just me. It's just me, guys. Hello. Archie. Archer. Stop barking.
I jumped out of a pool and my hair's crazy right now.
It's okay. I'm gonna jump in the pool and then my hair will become crazy. What are you making?
Risotto.
Hi, Joan.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. So happy to have you.
Same. Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
And over here we are already doing some wedding preps. Hi.
Oh, hello.
That's George, everybody. To be husband.
On the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love. Remember when we were getting nowhere fast.
And that basically brings me to today. So there are so many activities that you can do while you're traveling, जैसे कि scuba diving, free diving, trek, hikes. Today I'm going for a boat trip, and all of these activities are risky activities. But you can't keep stopping yourself from doing fun things in life, right? Okay, so today we are going for a boat tour. So I have Aditi's parents with me over here, auntie and uncle.
Hi.
And over here I also have Vikram.
Hello.
So Vikram, I and uncle are going for a boat tour, and auntie is not coming.
Yeah.
Why are
Okay,
you
we'll
not
have a good
later.
time.
in all the colors.
So right now we're just walking down to Aditi's in-laws house. This Airbnb is barely like a 2-minute walk, which is great. Hi, good morning, George.
Just checking the marine forecast.
So we are just headed 8 miles out to Brantford Harbour, and that is where the boat is parked. It's George's boat. This is something I've never done before, like on a personal boat. Oh my gosh, we're at the docks. This is so exciting. इससे पहले कि हम लोग बोट पे जाए, I really want to show you something. Members only on dock. Boat owners and guests only. I feel like such an excited kid. So that's the bed inside?
Yeah.
And this is the bathroom?
In case of an emergency.
In case of an emergency, you can always use this. And do you also need a boat license?
Yes, you need. It's really more of a safety thing. They don't teach you how to drive a boat or anything.
Oh, you'll
so-
have to learn that yourself.
Yeah, kinda. So it's showing you the different depth levels, and it also shows rocks that are underneath the water. It'll show you where shipwrecks are.
And yes, while all of these activities while traveling are risky per se, but I think I've come to a point in life where I value experiences more than fear. Learning while traveling versus sitting at home and honestly enjoying every moment as it comes. Because that is what makes for great memories.
We're out here somewhere. These are the Thimble Islands here. That's where we're headed.
So now we are at a place called Thimble Islands, and these are these little rock structures spread across the water, and they also have houses on them. So they're privately owned houses on top of these islands. So this looks like a really rich area. And now, because it's really warm outside, we are just opening up some cans of drinks.
Yes.
So we have some cranberry juice. Uncle, कैसा है taste इसका? How's
Very
the
nice.
taste?
Very nice.
So we are back from the boat trip, and currently George is just flushing out the engine, which means that all the water that was collected in there has to come out. Now we are back to our Airbnb, and I think I can say this for everyone, but this was such a fun morning. In fact, as soon as we got off the boat, Uncle के पहले words थे कि this is life, right? This is living. So with this we come to an end of today's video. I loved talking about today's topic, which was insurance, and I hope you found this useful, and if you did, please make sure that you give it a big fat thumbs up and also leave a comment in the comment section below. And thank you so much Policybazaar for sponsoring today's video. I genuinely love working with brands which are helpful to me in my personal life as well. And Policybazaar तो मैं बहुत टाइम से यूज़ करती आ रही हूँ, because travel insurance तो obviously हर ट्रिप से पहले ज़रूरी होती है. Don't ever skip out on this step, especially when you're doing any kind of a trip planning. Go ahead, check out Policybazaar. The link is in the description box below, and I will see you next time with a whole new vlog. Alright guys, bye. कितना प्रिटी घर है यार, यहाँ से जाने का किसका मन करेगा.